We felt from our preliminary that we really learned how to change the technical aspect of the filming. So, for example, the cuts, the length of shots, which angles we use. Like we can't use the same angle for different shots. We varied it a lot to make it a lot more gripping and interesting for the audience. And I feel like we made a good improvement from our preliminary.
What we did in our main project that we didn't do in our preliminary was we focused more on using motivated cuts and focusing on where our angles were. So we weren't shooting from the same place we just shot from, we weren't using the same angles, we were making sure they were quite varied. Often we'd have two cameras going at the same time so that we could cut things together like a lot more efficiently, and that was something that we didn't look at in the preliminary.
For our editing, we used Adobe Premiere Pro. We used this for both the preliminary and the film opening. So when we first used it for the preliminary, we really got to grips of how to use it, what tools do what. So it was a much smoother and quicker process when we did it for our film opening, and it made it much easier, and we really knew what we were doing when we were editing.
We also went into more detail thinking about costumes, we were thinking about locations more. We changed locations quite a few times because we didn't like, our first location that we were going to do was at Joe's house, but we decided we didn't like that. There wasn't enough space, it was often quite busy, so we couldn't get in there a lot of the time. So we decided to just completely change it up, and we went to a hill. And that looked really nice actually. It got us a lot of interesting camera angles. It was quite limiting, but we got around that, and we made it look quite nice. We had some difficulties with sound, and that's what we had to look at a lot more in depth when we did our editing.